Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel Inner Vision Fitness with Harvey. If you are new to the channel then welcome along, and if you haven't already, please watch my full disclaimer, and the link for this can be found in the description below. As very briefly, this is purely an inspirational channel to motivate others the importance of fitness for both our physical and mental well-being, and this is done through my vision loss journey. So in this video I am doing wrist circles, so hopefully something very accessible, as it can be done seated, standing, or even lying down on our back, and can be easily adjusted depending on our ability and comfort. And as ever, I always have the visually impaired community in mind, so hopefully a lot of useful audio. So wrist circles, they are a very simple but very effective gentle exercise, and can be good for mobility, good for circulation, so a good warm-up exercise, good for improving range of motion, and also good for flexibility. So quite a good number of benefits of wrist circles, and can be done very easily in the home. So I'm going to do the standing variations in my video. So to begin, just nice and relaxed, so feet hip width apart, standing tall, but just a nice, comfortable, relaxed posture. So back neutral, shoulders nice and relaxed, so not shrugged up, and arms extended straight out in front of me, and I can have a slight bend in the elbow for maybe comfort. So arms straight out at chest height, and as a guide my palms are going to be facing down towards the floor, and I will then close my hands on both sides to form my fist. So nice and relaxed fist, so not tightly clenched, just nice and relaxed. And to begin the wrist circle, I will start by pointing my knuckles downwards, and I will do clockwise first to begin. So I will then move my knuckles round to the left, then up to the top, round to the right, then back to the starting position, and nice, smooth and controlled wrist circles. And a bit more beginner friendly, I can do smaller circles, and a good rep count is maybe 10 reps clockwise, then 10 reps anti-clockwise. So just showing some demonstrations of the wrist circles anti-clockwise this time. So again, begin the wrist circle, knuckles pointing downwards, this time round to the right, then up to the top, round to the left, then back down to the starting position. And nice and even in the circle, so nice and controlled, and it's almost like drawing circles, so tracing a circle with my knuckles. So a few things to add, maybe a bit more useful, and maybe for beginners. When doing the wrist circles, maybe a bit more beginner friendly, I could even bring my elbows closer towards my ribs. So just make it a bit less strenuous on the shoulders. Or I could even rest my forearm on maybe a armrest or a table, just to support the arm, as it's important to isolate the wrists in the exercise and keeping the forearms as still as I can. And again, I'll just finish off with a couple of other variations. So to carry on the beginner friendly, I can interlock my fingers just nice and gently, and keeping the elbows tucked in towards my rib cage to make it beginner friendly, and doing the wrist circle again, so but this time with the fingers interlocked. For instance, if I had a weaker wrist, the other wrist can assist in the exercise and just give that little bit of support. And my final variation is to do the wrist circle with a hand splay. So my fingers will spread out in the exercise. So I will demonstrate what I've done before. So arms straight out again at chest height, and this time when doing the wrist circle, so I'll begin knuckles pointing down towards the floor, then I'll do clockwise first, so do them towards the left, up to the top, and at the top I will spread my fingers out, hold it for a second, then carry on with the circle. So at the top, fingers spread out, and just showing some demonstrations of that one. And this can be good in the exercise just to add a bit of a stretch at the top, but there should be no pain when doing the exercise. So as I say, it's an exercise that can be adjusted depending on our ability. So as I say, can be done seated, standing, lying down, maybe smaller circles, maybe different variations to adjust the exercise for our ability and comfort. So from time to time, I do like to add some very accessible and inclusive exercises to hopefully have an inclusive channel. So I hope you've enjoyed the wrist circles video. Please like, share and subscribe. Any suggestions are always welcome, so please feel free to put them in the comment section. Thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next one.